Hey everybody, this is Alysia, AVP, the female half of the Dream Team, and so I'm back with another game review. So this one is called Dark Parables: Rise of the Snow Queen. So I just finished up this game, and this one I really recommend for sure. This one had a really good story plot for sure. It basically deals with the Snow Queen from the fairy tales that some of us may have grown up with. It also even references Snow White, another fairy tale princess. So it's kind of cool and stuff like that. And there was like a little bonus chapter at the very end that had another fairy tale group, which was Hansel and Gretel, which was really good. So why don't we look over some of the highlights of this game? So I basically enjoyed it a really lot, and I definitely recommend it because there's a lot that happens in this game. There's a little bit of a trickiness, basically trying to find your way around in the different parts of the world. But basically, once you get the layout of the land, so to speak, you get the feel of what you need to do. So basically, you're the detective, and you're basically sent to look for these missing children that have been kidnapped by the Snow Queen. So basically, as you can see, there's a lot of snow and ice in these areas, and you go back and forth throughout the game a lot of times through the different parts of the world. Some of them are parts of the palace, some of them are exteriors of the palace, like in the courtyard, and you have to look for various hidden objects. Also, you can find like what they call morphin project objects, and you can also find objects that you can use for other puzzles as well. Once you get all those puzzles, you have to put them in a certain order. So one of the things that I found challenging was some of the puzzles. Now, some of the puzzles I couldn't quite get the hang of. So there fortunately was a button on there where you could skip it, and then basically it does penalize you though for choosing to skip the puzzle. It says, okay, since you're going to be using the skip puzzle, we're going to take away where you can't use the hit button on solving any more puzzles for at least 5 minutes, which is perfectly fine with me. I mean, sure, it extends the play a little bit longer, but it's well worth it in the end because that way you can advance quicker and stuff like that. So the music is really well done in this. I have it on mute, obviously, to avoid copyright issues. But some of the puzzles are like this one where you have to match. Say in this case, it's just basically certain parts of it says match each token to its appropriate slot. So this one you'd have to match, like, say, a monkey with a banana or the cat with the mouse or something in that regard. So basically, it's self explanatory on what you need to do. Some of them are a little bit trickier and stuff like that, but once you get the feel of it, and then you get to meet certain characters, like you get to meet Gerda. She is someone you have to rescue later on in the game, but she's a very key to your story. They have a couple cutscenes in here as well, and then basically you find a lot of these little scraps of the scrolls, and that helps you advance with the story, learning more and more as well. And then you also meet Kai at the very beginning. So at the very beginning, you're asked to find this little boy. You're given his photograph, and then you later on find Kai, and Kai will help you with getting some things that you need. There's also some portals in the game as well that you can use. The portal becomes important to the key of the story because some of the portals can change the way the room is. So instead of it being snowy all the time, it could be like a spring jungle like setting instead. So that's pretty cool feature. So I would say it would take you, if you're going to play this game and you are not skipping puzzles, I would say probably maybe 2 hours to play it safely. So once you get the feel of it, then you can advance further. Some of the rooms are really nice and stuff like that. So I definitely enjoy this. The hardest part was basically trying to find your way around because you really don't understand how to get the lay of everything because everything's a little confusing. And then they'll, when you try to use the hint button, it just says, "Oh, I can't go in this room anymore," or "There's nothing for me to do." And it's like, well, what do you want me to do in this case? But it's really cool and stuff like that. I mean, and then like as you can see, it has this bonus game that you get to do at the very end when you solve the game, which is a nice reward. And then it gives you a little bit of prologue. And then the cool thing about both games also is that they also have an epilogue too, which is really cool as well. So this one is a personal favorite for me for sure. I will give it a 9 out of 10. The reason why it's not a full 10 is because with the back and forth with the locations and you didn't know the layout or what your objective was, that made it a little bit more challenging, but it was still really worth playing. I mean, would I play it again? Possibly. Would I play other games in this series? Definitely, because they're really, really well done. Um, the graphics are really well done. The puzzle, it's almost a perfect game. Like I said, the only thing that is lacking is the fact that it doesn't give you the key on your objectives, or it doesn't let you know, saying, okay, there's more to do in this scene, or you need to come back here, or if you need, because you have to find your way through the different sections of the area. You can't just teleport from room to room or area to area. So that makes it a little bit harder because you have to, if you get turned around, you have to basically start over. Or fortunately, there's a guide that's already built into the game for me. And it basically told me, okay, this is what you need to do. This is how you solve it step by step. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing my next pack of games. My husband picked it out for me. Jack picked these out. So this one should be interesting. These are Dark Parables, Curse of the Briar Rose, and The Exiled Prince. So that should be interesting. I will review those once I get those completed. If I'm not able to install them, I will let you all know saying, okay, unfortunately, I was not able to install these, even with the backdoor approach where I would run it as an administrator. So let's see if these will load. If not, I have plenty more to choose from. All right, guys, you have a good rest of your day. And this is AVP, the female half of the Dream Team, signing off, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye.